We'll never listen to little things you say. Welcome, Sambo. Welcome, family. How you doing? I am Whitney Møøn. On live today until somebody comes over. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. We got a little bit of time to just chill with collective. So that's what we're gonna do today. I found a spider carcass on my floor. Oh my God, can you see it? Oh yeah, see it sitting on top of there? I put it right on top of here, right here. It's like it's got dust on it because I don't know how to clean it off yet. But oh, look at my sister's like, is that a dead spider or molt? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's dead. I don't think it's a molt. But it's tiny as fuck, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, that's my first taxidermy spider. I'm gonna like clean them up a little bit and then glue them onto the flower. Oh, the dead in Whitney, you know what I mean? It just makes sense to hang out with the dead, you know? Okay. So I don't know why I wanted to show you my new dead spider, but I wanted to show you my new dead spider. I'm super excited about corpses. Okay. So we're going to bring up this energy today. Only take what resonates. What up, Amanda? You from Canada? I'm from Canada, girl. Where you live? You's a dog trainer? That's cool. What kind of dogs do you train? Hey, I'm in Toronto. Well, just outside of Toronto. I could take one tiny highway to get to you. Isn't it just an amazing thing? What are the odds you're so close to me? Wow. All right, Amanda, this one's for you. I've never done this before, but I like your energy. I'm going to pull a card for you right now, right? Cool. I actually just recently met somebody that was taking that in school. Cool. I'm happy to have you here, girl. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Let's give you... Ooh, I'm going to pull you a card from my deck, okay? Let's see what Spirit has to say for you today. All right, Amanda, dog trainer. Oh, cool. Wow, I'm happy to have you here, man. Good to see you. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say to Amanda today. Amanda from Ottawa. Let's see. Okay, well, Amanda, let me just tell you. Your first card that you got down was Idiot in Reverse. Okay, so consider it a good thing. You're not dumb. Okay, you are not dumb, girl. You know where your fuel is at. Okay, so Spirit says you need some fuel and don't be stupid. There's the marijuana card. I don't know if you smoke weed, but it's not necessarily about smoking weed. It's more or less like chill out, vibe out, do what's good for you. Kind of stuff like that. And then you've got the big killer. You also have the plane coming in. which is very ironic. You live beside a giant ass airport. Okay. Private property. Then we have the Ace of Cups. We have the clock. Okay. And we also have the werewolf card. Okay. So basically, I'm getting goosebumps right now for you too. So basically, like, what I'm getting is there's something coming in for you. Okay. I.e. the whole plane coming in. That's what that is the analogy of, something coming in for you. Okay. And with private property, I feel like it's yours and nobody else's. Nobody else can touch it. Nobody else can say anything. Nobody else can do anything about what this is that's coming in for you. It's for you and only you. You might have a plane of fuel on the way to you. Okay. And the way that I would see that is, it would be like almost like a plane full of fuel for you. So I don't know if that's energy. I don't know if that's a cause to drive forward. Okay. But with werewolf, I feel like you're going to change. Okay. And it's time for you to change. So if you find yourself like a little bit isolated, a little bit more like, as opposed to being outgoing, you become a little bit more introverted. Okay. The thing is that because you analyze behavior, you might overanalyze yourself in a lot of situations. Okay. So basically they're like, don't be stupid. Don't analyze yourself all the time. That's not what it's for. Okay. The way that if you're a behavioral analyst, what school can't teach you, well, actually probably what school did teach you is how to learn how to use your intuition when you're reading this behavior. Okay. Because you have to see it and then believe what it is that you're seeing, because so many people, they have like bipolar personalities, right? There's 5 or 6 of them living in there. Some people are just conduits. Okay. They have no soul. They just pick up energies around them and ride with that. Okay. So there might be a lot of things that you're being introduced with as you go through your career. Okay. And it's time to make sure that you adapt to change as you go, because if you start holding on to things thinking that, okay, well, behavioral analysis would say that I'm not supposed to let this out or release this because that would show that I'm being more extroverted or full of rage, or that I'm acting on my feelings, all that, like that's honestly, same with a doctor. They have to believe in miracles, because there are things that medicine can't, things that medicine defy. Okay. That defines medicine. Okay. That defies what science is saying that it's supposed to be. Okay. If you went face to face with somebody who is a conduit for a demon, okay, and you see all these different sides of them, okay, and inside you know that there's something invading them, but you go off of that, like maybe spirit is supposed to show you that. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fallen, okay, but how the devil works in people. And even there's this other movie that I just watched, not really recently, but it's called Nefarious. And it's also another movie where the devil jumps into somebody and you can see the devil jump into him. And then it's with Sean Patrick Flannery is in it. Okay. And you might want to watch it. Now I'm getting really big goosebumps. That might be a good one for you, because if you evolve your job into possibly police detective work, right, and you start doing behavior analysis to people who have just killed somebody or have just, witnessed something like that, like I'm getting massive goosebumps for you. So I don't know what it is that you're going to end up doing with your career. Okay. But I think that the devil is a very much a big part of what you do. And I think they want you to know that, because you're not stupid. You're the opposite. So don't gaslight yourself, because especially if you're watching readings, then you know that there's things out there, right? There's nothing like, getting your ball busted the first time you realize that things can actually jump into people. Okay. So maybe that's what the world is telling you. Give yourself this cup of change to realize what it is that's happening. Okay. What it is that's happening to you. Why don't you just tell us what it means instead of, because I don't know if you're a robot or not, so you need to tell us what that means. because that just looks like you're spam right now. I'm sorry, but you're not really addressing yourself as a human. You're addressing yourself as a robot. So you can tell us what that means, or you can get blocked from the channel, because I don't know if you're full of shit or if you're trying to fuck with us. Okay, and I'm not that kind of energy and channel that likes people to come in and fuck with them. So you either tell me what that means, or you go away. Okay, so anyways, Amanda, I hope that helps. All right, I hope that helps, girl. So many people going through things, you know what I mean, with their careers. And then look at more cards came out for you. 2 more cards came out for you. You got the melting card, okay, and the Siamese fighting fish card. Okay, so basically it's like maybe you're using your emotions too much sometimes, and they're wanting you to well, then you're a water sign, so you're emotional. Well, not necessarily emotional, but you got a lot of water in you. So they might want you to freeze up sometimes, you know, like don't give in to people who are trying to make you feel bad for them, you know, because people do have to take responsibility for the characteristics that they bring, you know, to the table. And don't go running scared, you know, like you're in the position where you have to keep your feet grounded and in a stance, because they're going to try to throw you off so much with their behavior. Even though you've gone to school, it's like they think they're smarter than you. They're always going to think they're smarter than you, like they can play one off. And honestly, if they got the right energy in them, they can play you like a fool. Okay, because they'll play on your emotional feminine side. Okay, so, woo, that's a good little reading. All right, Amanda. All right, so let's bring up the energy for everybody now. Okay, what's going on? What are we at? 12:18. Whoa. Okay. We have the 9th house. We have Pisces. Hey, look at Pisces just came out. We have the 9th house, Pisces, and Mars. 9th house would be Sagittarian energy. Long-term goals, Mars, freedom, drive, getting away from, or possibly connecting to Pisces energy, moon, connection, fish. Honestly, it might be time for somebody to step into their aggression in a good way. Step into your Mars energy. Okay. It's like, again, with the emotional play, something might be happening to you or about to happen to you, and you really need to use your aggression. Not to hurt anybody. It's not to hurt anybody. It's to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. Okay, you might be in a position where people are, you know, they might bully you. They might try to bully you, push you around. Again, with that Pisces energy, it's like I'm getting 2 fish. Again, maybe 2 Siamese fighting, you know, like 2 people that are about to fight one another. And it doesn't, just because one wants to fight, it doesn't mean that the other one wants to. Okay, so you might have somebody that's about to like pick a fight with you, and you don't want to fight. There's nothing about you that says you want to fight, but you will stand up for yourself, which people have said many times. When you stand up for yourself, that's aggressive. You're being aggressive. Okay, and it's totally boycotting and gaslighting what they just did to you. By you have every right to defend yourself. You also have every right to defend your children, defend the people that you love, okay, in times of hard, in times of need, in times of vulnerability, okay? If you choose to love, you choose to defend. It's something that goes hand in hand, okay? So if you might see, okay, you might witness also, this could be a testimony of like you witness somebody being bullied. or you witness somebody being yelled at, like a woman getting yelled at by her husband, and you walk up like, excuse me, why don't you fucking yell at me, you fucking asshole? Because that's the thing, is so many guys will watch men abuse their wives, abuse their girlfriends, scream at them, yell at them while they stand there, watch, video record, or just walk away. Okay, so I once saw somebody, I was serving them, and they did something to their son. I'm not going to say what it is, but they did something to their son, and I got pissed, like right away. Like I could feel the rage inside of me, like, how fucking dare you do that to a child in public around everybody who's watching right now. I had to sit down in the back for a second. I concentrated myself. I got my will back up. I stood up, and all I did was sit beside her, and I went, there's a lot of things inside of me right now that want to do what you just did to your child to you. And she looked at me with like death in her eyes. And I said, you know, I'm a product of what you just did. And look at where I'm at right now. If you continue it, that's where he's going to be. Okay. And I won't tell you where I was or where I was working or blah, 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 blah. It's all, you know, the moral of the story is, okay, I'm a product of what my parents did to me. Okay. And I'm not blaming it on them, but this is what they did to me. They beat me up. They ridiculed me. They gaslighted me. They never listened to me. They abused me. They watched me get abused. Okay. I was sick. They didn't pay attention. Okay. They were alcoholics. Okay. So I'm a product of what they did, of their demise, of their so-called parenting skills and mission. So once I realized that there are things inside of me that I'm never going to be able to change, I'm never going to be able to get out of, I'm never going to be able to fully restore who I was before they got a hold of me, because I'm not that, if that's how I was raised, if that's what they put into me, okay, I can do everything that I can do to make myself a better person, which is like serious years of therapy, and I can't go near them. I can't be around them. They still find a way to beat me down. They still find a way to make fun of me. They still find a way to blame everything on me. They still find a way to tell me that I'm not perfect and to tell me that I'm still living my life wrong. I mean, I can't do a single thing in my parents' minds that is ever going to be right. Okay. So my life, the way that I've had to generate my life now, is I've had to stand up for myself in the times where they never did. And sometimes that comes out. Sometimes my Mars comes out very aggressive, but that's because my parents never used their Mars to help me, to save me. Okay. So it's hard to once you're an adult, to realize what your aggression is for, what your rage is for, right? Like I use my rage. The last time I used my rage was to stop a house fire. And I mean, it wasn't rage, but because rage is it's just a feeling. It's just kind of like an impulsive action. Okay. So I was like so angry that this fire had started that I was just like, I went into another like dimension, almost like another personality. Okay. And then I realized that helped me, right? I don't need my rage to go and yell at people. I don't need my rage to go and put somebody in their place after they just cut me off in traffic. I can use my rage to save things. I can use my rage in dangerous, situations where I know that I can step up because I'm not scared. I'm literally not really scared of anything. I mean, that might be the fact of why I am the way that I am. Fear is something that can't stop me. There is no fear in my eyes. Fear is usually something that gets into my head that tells me I'm not supposed to do something because the person who is supposed to take the hit doesn't want to take the hit, i.e. my landlord wouldn't fix my oven. Okay. And he kept running away from me. Like I would see him and he'd run away. And then he said that the element was on order. He said he had a new oven for me. And all I've been doing is like paying him rent. And I'm like, what the fuck? So finally, okay, I was in so much, I started to get so angry because he's using his, authority over me as just a rentee, right? So, and I heard this many a times from something in my head that said, don't do this. And I said, fuck you. I don't have any fear left in me. So I called my fucking landlord and I said, I'm not giving you rent until you fix my oven. If you don't want to fix my oven, that's fine, but I'm going to hold your rent back. I'm going to go to the fucking store. I'm going to get a fucking oven, and I'm going to fucking show you the bill, and I'm going to give you rent minus this oven. Okay. And I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, this is 2 years of living with abuse under this man. Fucking honestly, he was so called out of town. An hour later, the element was in his hand at my door, and he was giving a little joke. Oh, I bet you I'll get this installed tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. He wanted me to shake his hand. And then I got that whole fallen bit. Okay, Denzel, you know that's how things jump, is by touch. Okay, by shaking hands, by hugging. He wanted me to shake his hand right away. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? I was like, dude, install the unit tomorrow. Or again, I just honestly now, if he doesn't do something, I threaten to call the cops. That's the only thing I can do. I can't, there's no other thing that I can do. Okay, I'm not gonna jump into little girl Whitney, starts yelling at him, ego comes out, blah, blah, blah. I just go, I ask him for it. If he doesn't do it, he knows he's the landlord, I just call the cops. I mean, at this point in time, I don't know what else to do. You have to stand up for yourself. Okay, because in times where you are being abused, okay, and somebody is using their authority and choosing not to fix something, oh yeah, the mechanic the other day decided to just charge me 2 hours for labor because an extra guy came and helped for like 5 minutes. So I called the Better Business Bureau and reported it and said, I want $200 back because this motherfucker just charged me for 2 things that he never told me that he was going to put on the bill. Okay, like you can stand up for yourself. My anxiety was going. I was like, this fucking garage is going to find out where I live and slash all my tires. And then I'm like, wait a second. They're the ones that overcharged me. They're the ones that fucking huffed and puffed up their chest as soon as a woman said something about what they just charged. They took a fucking woman and they squashed her with all their fucking, I had like, my sister had 5 dicks standing in front of her. 5 men, not a single woman around. Okay, she was told to pay the fucking bill or they were going to call the cops. Like, what the fuck? I mean, how many times do you have to get beat up, abused, okay, and used, where then finally you just say to yourself, you know what? Fine, I won't deal with you anymore. I'll deal with the authorities. I will call somebody big. I will call the big guy because I know what you're doing, okay? I know what you're trying to do to me right now. I know that you're trying to throw me back a step. I know that you're trying to puff your chest out, acting like you're the big man in town. But I got something more bigger. I got Google reviews. I've got Better Business Bureaus. I've got lawyers that can be called. I know the law. You want to step above it? Well, just know that you could get clapped back at any fucking point in time. Okay? That's what standing up for yourself does. And as soon as you start standing up for yourself, you put yourself in that Mars energy, holy shit. I mean, the things that you're going to end up accomplishing just by putting your energy to where it needs to go, as opposed to people thinking that they can say stuff to you and they can abuse you and they can stand over you because they sign your paychecks. Fuck that. And the thing is that sometimes if you don't check these people that are in front of you, yeah, it might cost you a job. Yeah, it might cost you a fucking friend or a loved one or, a referral. Okay, or it might cost you a review. But would you rather stand up for yourself? Okay, put the athame down, okay, which is setting your boundaries with everybody, and start to learn how to gain respect from people. Because that's the thing, is people will disrespect you. Those are the ones that are trying to puff up their chest, thinking that their masculinity means something against a feminine, okay? Or that because they've been in service for 25 years, they're allowed to break the law. It's all just a gaslight of what they just stole from you, or what they want to steal, or what they're continuing to steal. Okay, so that's where the energy is like, you have got, this is a long-term goal, okay, that obviously your soul's been a part of to get you to stand up for yourself. And not stand up for yourself, like I said, in a way that you're going to start throwing punches or fucking knocking everybody out or kicking people. No, it has nothing to do with abuse. Aggression is not abuse. Abuse is abuse, whether it's physical, mental, okay? Aggression is simply stepping in your power, stepping in your energy, stepping in your Aries, stepping into your identity and going, you're not going to fuck with me. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, okay? You might have done something to me last week, but guess what? I'm going to check you right now because you just went too far and you're not going to do it again. Okay? And it's hard. When you do that, and when the first time you do that, first time you step into your energy and check somebody, you might start to shake, like involuntarily. Okay, you might start to shake. Okay, and then all of a sudden, you know, because you just stood up for yourself, you might even cry. Okay, because once you do that, your body is like, your soul gets so happy for you and so proud of you for stepping into something and no longer letting these people decide or decipher how your day is. All right. Oh, and by the way, Joe, I'm having a great day, buddy. I hope you're having a great day too, man. I can't talk sometimes when I'm on a rant. Spirit won't let me, or I'm gonna forget what Spirit wants me to say, even though I don't know what they want me to say, but I just go with it. I just go with it, all right? Spirit is in control here. Okay. King of Swords, 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Temperance in reverse, 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups in reverse. This is what I mean. Someone's been fighting you, okay? Like, this is their standpoint, okay, putting their wand out and jabbing you, and this is how you come up. You're just trying to make a relationship with them. Okay, you're just trying to see eye to eye with them. You're just trying to exchange a nice cup with them. Okay, it's almost like they don't like that you can use your tongue so fiercely without crying. Okay, they don't like your intuitive side. They don't like your truth. They don't like how you say it. Your truth might cut people. Okay, and that's because you're a fucking G unit. G unit. Okay, you are a fucking G unit. Nothing is going to break you. Nothing is going to fuck with you. And that's why now you're allowed to step into your energy. Now you're allowed to step into your Mars. Okay, because before your Mars might have gotten you arrested. Okay, honestly, this guy chirped at me the other day and I fucking went at him. Okay, I went at him because I was just like I was PMSing, my fucking period is like sitting right there, and there he is chirping about blocking the driveway for the 5,000th time that he's done it. And like this anxiety came through me and I went upstairs. I had all these groceries in my hand. I dropped all the groceries off and I was like, somebody just said fighting words to me. I'm going downstairs. And my sister like dropped everything in her room and she's like starts running down the stairs. And I'm like, I was so off balance of what they did. And that's the thing, is like, that's what they want. They want to throw you off balance. They want to get you mad. They want to get you in a situation where you release something. Okay. And it makes it seem like now you're the aggressive one. It's like the poking of the bear thing. Poke, 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 poke. Okay. You wake up, you take a swing. Now suddenly you're the bad guy. Well, you were just sleeping. You were just sleeping, okay? And now you're the bad guy, okay? Because they started whipping things at you and chucking things at you and you responded? Okay, that's why. Okay, a little bit more of the message. You might unleash on somebody, and the thing is it's not unleashing. They think it's unleashing. To you, it's just a normal day. On a little entitled brat, okay, that has never been hit back once. They hit people all the time, but they've never been hit back before. Okay, and that's what gives them this energy to do this, to poke, to poke, to poke, to jab, to hit. Okay, that's what they're used to doing. You got your staff in your hand as well, but you're not jamming it back. You got a fucking sword in your hand and you ain't swinging it. Okay, so why the fuck are they trying to say that you're off balance? Who's off balance? They are. Because they're trying to throw you off balance. While you're just trying to sit here and go like, man, I'm just trying to make my manifestations come true, man. I'm just trying to put some fucking truth out there. Like, look at, you're sitting down. Okay? Your masculine is in its truth. Your feminine's in its fire. Like, these people need to back the fuck off. They ain't gonna fucking touch you. Okay? And that means that even if they do Nikki Nine Doors you, fucking block your driveway, pull your gasket for the last fucking time, and you go and grab your gun and come back out, they're gonna be long gone. They're going to be long gone. Spirit doesn't want to get you in trouble. Okay? It knows that you're cracking under pressure. It knows. And you know why it knows that you're cracking under pressure? Because people keep attacking you and not allowing you to defend yourself because they say it's aggressive. Okay? Yeah. Defending yourself sometimes might look aggressive. Oh, are we all going to cry? Okay, because now they're getting something back at them. Okay, they're used to being the only one in the gunfight with the gun, and you came with like a fucking Glock, a Beretta, and a fucking AK-47, and they're like, Nobody does that. Yeah, well, nobody isn't me. Okay, you haven't come toe-to-toe with me yet. Because the universe just put me toe-to-toe with you because you've been fucking around with everybody, but you've never fucked around with somebody like this. Okay? That's what sets the ego. Okay? Because you are in temperance energy. This is the 9th house. Okay? They can lie all they want and say that you're off balance, that you don't know how to deal with your emotions, that you go hot and cold, blah, blah, blah. They can fucking go right ahead and say whatever the fuck they want. Okay? You're sitting in the 9th house. So what the fuck are they talking about? You're sitting with your long-term goals. You're sitting with everything you've ever wanted. And yet, in their mind, you're a danger to society? No, you're a danger to them. There's a difference. Okay? You're a fucking danger to them. The last time I heard, that's not a motherfucking crime. Okay? Honestly. I fucking wrote this Google review once, and this lady, she disputed it, obviously, because she's a little fucking entitled brat. And they played the message for me, and she was like, how can she do this? How can she do this? We're a perfectly good establishment. How can she? How can she? And it's so funny. It's the pot calling the kettle black. How can she? How can she? They're allowed to fire you, desecrate you, fucking leave you on the side of the road. But the second you write a review to counteract that, the second you write a review or anything that says exactly what those people are, suddenly they're crying. Because the 25 good reviews that they got now suddenly don't mean anything because there's one bad review. Like, cry me a fucking river. You're not going to lose your business. Shut the fuck up and die already. Honestly, I've been hearing that fuck off and die for a while. That's the zodiac. Right in the beginning. Fuck off and die. And I'm like, honestly, to all these people that are just hanging on to energy, okay, fucking with collective, hoping that they can knock collective off their path and then live forever. I mean, these are people trying to kill you. Oh, she's talking a little shit about everybody and doesn't care about it. Oh, I'm sorry. I care about people trying to kill you. Oh, okay. You know, because that's the thing. People don't know what they're defending. They'll go and defend companies that will fucking drop them the second that they don't like them. Okay, they'll defend people who also talk shit about them, don't like them. Okay, don't really like anybody, right? But yet they won't stand up for themselves. But they'll stand up for everybody else. And it's like, who taught you that? Who taught you to stand up for everything else but yourself? That's a fuckery. That's a mind fuck. That's somebody trying to get you caught up in something, trying to make it so then you realize that your life is not as worth everybody else's life, and you're supposed to defend the company and not yourself. Tell these white collar fucking motherfuckers to just go back up and dive up their CEO's ass and fucking croak already. Honestly, there are some people that have to die. Okay, they're too old. Medicine has kept them here for too long. Okay, they're CEOs of companies that need to change. Okay, and that's honestly, you can't get them to die. I mean, like, we're having a crisis on the world. People won't die. They're just living forever and ever and ever and ever. And this is just the analogy. I'm not saying it hypothetically speaking. I'm literally saying, well, I am saying it hypothetically speaking. Like, this is just the analogy. This is what Spirit wants to talk about today. I don't fucking know why. I don't question it. Okay, 3341. Let's see what comes out next. Scorpio energy, they betrayed you, the end. I'm not even gonna pull anymore. That's all the fucking, that is everything that I needed. Look at, there's the Scorpio card. Death, mort. Okay, there's the end. This is the end. Hallelujah. Okay, and then they betrayed you. Ugh, my dad bullied me. He still bullies me. Honestly, my dad is such an awful human being. Oh my God. And stopped talking to me for years. And then all of a sudden I got this, something happened that involved money in my life. And then suddenly he was like, we can hang out again. Let's go for dinner. Let's go out. Let's try to squash the beef. And I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm not poor anymore and homeless, so you want to hang out with me again? Like, our parents are the worst bullies in the world. That's what sucks. Our families are the worst bullies in the world. Like, they will bully you, make fun of you, fucking taunt you, fucking castrate you, fucking hang you out to dry. And they say that they love you the most. Doesn't that sound fucked up? Nah! Okay. So. All right, what do you got to say about this? What is this about? Six of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands upright again. Two of Cups in reverse. Five of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. Honestly, the first thing I'm getting with this is I feel like there's an ending to like poverty for somebody. Okay. Knight of Swords in reverse means that they would have lied, okay, and took action on a lie. Six of Swords in reverse that stopped somebody from moving forward, okay. This Queen of Wands, maybe it's this Queen of Wands, Paimon, okay. Two of Cups, they didn't like you, they didn't want to, maybe you didn't want to be with them, maybe you didn't want to be a part of their life, okay. So that constituted them as having full reign over your life then and taking something away from you so then you can't leave it. Oh, the chick hitting the Four of Pentacles. Slayer of man, sower of discord, slayer of man, tempts thieves to steal, serves as an excellent familiar. Okay, so somebody definitely did steal something from you. Okay, this Queen of Wands here. They betrayed you. Okay, they might be on death's door right now. Okay, which is why you might be possibly getting your money back because they're going to die or because they're dying. Things are now inheritedly finding you through some type of okay, cool. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so I'm getting this sense that, I mean, they betrayed you. Like, this is like, I'm looking at all this blood. That's what I'm looking at. That's blood. And no other cards have blood on them. You know what I mean? And so it's making me with death and then blood. It's as if maybe, oh, awesome. Okay. Awesome. Maybe, I mean, I feel like this Queen of Wands fucking massacred somebody. Okay, and going forward with a lie to see how much damage that they could do to you is fucked. Okay, to say the least. I don't even know what to say about that. That's fucked. That they would not only lie about you, but then force that lie forward and act on it so then you don't get something. That's what's fucked up. That a lie just threw somebody in collective off their path of moving forward, which is what we need to do. We need to move forward. We need to evolve. Okay. So the fact that they did that to you is I can hear it's like contradictory to what the mission is here. It's like pulling you back into time. Why would they do that? So then they could have, because back in time, you were younger. If this is your parents or something, back in time, you were younger. 2 of Cups in reverse. So then they could control you. So they want you back in time where they controlled you the most. Four of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. 4, 4. Oh, I thought it was 4, 4, 4. I thought I had another 4, but I don't. Temperance on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're gonna collective is going to you're going to bounce back from this. And I mean, we can't say that that's always what happens, because it's not. Some people don't bounce back from shit. They just stay in the shit, So whatever this was, like, this is a massive, like, betrayal is not even, it's not even giving it justice. Like, what they did, they massacred you. Like, this Knight of Swords killed you somehow. I don't know if it killed your relationship with people, if it did say killed you in some way. And honestly, if that resonates, you didn't see people ever again. Because once you're dead to them. You're never going to see them again. Ugh. But they want you to suffer. I mean, I just don't know why people have to put their wishes on people. I wish for you this. I wish for you that. Why don't you just wish for yourself? Why don't you just keep your shitty fucking mouth and just wish for yourself? Leave collective out of it. Leave people out of it. This was their wish to do this to you. King of Wands in reverse. Lucifer, death. I had a feeling death, this was kind of like a Scorpio energy kind of reading. And there he is himself. There's Lucifer right there. Child sacrifice motherfucker. Okay? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They're not going to get this again. Whoever this King of Wands is, okay, that betrayed you with this Queen of Wands, okay? King of Wands, Queen of Wands, like, what the fuck? I mean, they're using so much fire and lies. They're using their will to start a wildfire and walk away. Unharmed, untouched. Okay? So I mean, I don't know what this means for you. Temperance again, it wanted to come out. So I feel like something is going to balance itself out. Whether this person, like if this person, if it's the lies that need to balance out, then so shall it be. You will put the information out there about these lies that will trump these people. Okay? 10 of Cups and then the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. They're not going to be able to hide this hatred anymore for you. Okay? So whoever this is, they're trying to say it's a 10 of cups. They're trying to say that whatever it is that they're doing, they're trying to help you. They're doing it because they love you. Okay, they're doing it because they didn't want to see you get hurt. They didn't want to see you lose everything. That wasn't their goal. That wasn't their job. That wasn't their mission, to make sure that you were okay. You had your shit lined up, and they messed with it. They fucked with it. And now they, because that's the thing, is they thought that they were doing something good for you. Okay, they, like maybe this person really did think that you were a child, and they wanted to keep you as a child, so then the world didn't put you in an adult situation that you couldn't handle. But that was them making a judgment call. That wasn't the truth. Okay, that wasn't that just because they think you're a child, that's nice. Okay, you've proven to the world that you're very much an adult. Okay, and that's parents, that's family. They keep you in. That's why I think pictures are very harmful. Okay, especially pictures of you when you're young, because people could be keeping you as that person in that picture forever young, forever still. Okay, so whatever they're doing, if they're keeping you forever young, forever still, never evolving, never growing, okay, I would suggest, if you do have pictures of you as a child or something like that, I would suggest that if you feel like this, you have been held back from something, right on the back of it, this is not me, or even on the front of it, I am now 41 years old or 51 years old or whatever it is. Put your current picture up beside the picture of you as a baby and say, I am not a baby anymore. I'm not a child. I am an adult. Okay, anybody keeping me in this baby state or in this childhood state needs to realize and address that I'm an adult, and whatever they think they're doing right for me to keep me out of harm's way, they need to stop, because it's counteracting your evolution. And that's why I just try to tell people, just concentrate on yourself. Just fucking concentrate on yourself, okay? Send up good fucking energy for people. Even if this is your kid and you think that you need to hold them back, don't. Okay, open up the door for them even more. Allow them to grow. Allow them to find themselves. Whoever this was just wanted to keep you as a child. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to do better, because if they wanted you to do better, instead of closing doors on you, they would have opened them. Okay, so fucking riddle me that. I don't know why, but it's every single day. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading, and then I have to go. I did this tattoo on myself today with the old left hand. Working on my mad ambidextrous skills today. I did fucking bomb on that shit. Holy crap. I'm working on my left hand skills. Man, tattooing is nothing like drawing. Like, oh my God. It is so much more complex than just picking up a pen and drawing. But if somebody out there wants a tattoo, I'm like 7 months in now. I think 6-7 months in something. I adore it. I love tattooing myself. I only tattoo myself and my sister. That's it. Actually, that's not true, but whatever. I might have some hidden clients. Working on my mad hustle every fucking day. I'm hustling. I have like 3 jobs right now. I feel like I'm going to die sometime. Ha! But, I keep it real. Keep it real, homies. Okay. One last message. I'm really trying to figure out what fucking cards want to speak. I feel like these ones do. Okay, last message. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Martyr and Pistol. Woo! What are we making? It is in reverse, though. I feel like something's got to get broken down. I think somebody's not seeing something correctly. Because, I mean, the way that a salt chunk looks isn't the way that it looks after it's been muddled, you know what I mean? Rosemary. So that would be thoroughness, okay, with loyalty and faithfulness. So somebody recently with you, okay, was not thorough enough. They rushed something, okay? And they are now remembering that they rushed it. They might have blamed you for the way that this situation turned out. And to be honest, you can be like, you rushed it. I told you I needed more time. You rushed it. Is that your fault when you tell somebody that you need more time? No. But is it the person's fault who wants to try to rush you? Because that's the thing. It's like there are bullies out there that just, you try to tell them what you're capable of doing. They say no. You either do it this way or you're gone. And you say, fine, I'm gone then. Not going to do it that way. I told you I can't do it that way. So they rushed you, knowing that if they rushed you, they were going to lose it, and they lost it. Okay, expansion with growth just came in with spring. Okay, so whatever this is with the thoroughness that somebody really didn't take seriously, okay, it's almost like something, like this is a devastating situation, okay? This was a devastating situation. This was a situation for you to grow, for you to expand, and then look what they, well, a little bit hard to see, but if you can see those eggs, see how they're all fucked? They've all been jammed and broken. It could be, actually, you know what? That could be the little birdies inside hatching. Okay, but the way that I saw it was that it's as if something came into the nest, crushed all the eggs, and walked away. That's how I saw it. Even though I don't really think that that's how it is, but that's how I saw it. Okay, and then with expansion and growth right next to it, okay, as you'll notice, there's this giant bee right there. Okay, I feel like you got stung bad by this need to rush you. Okay, you got stung and you got burned. Okay, that burned you. I mean, when it's so infuriating when you know your weaknesses and you try to address your weaknesses with somebody and they just toss it aside like you're not allowed to have weaknesses. Oh, we're tough here. We're all tough. So fuck you and your weaknesses. You can fucking, if you can't make it, if you can't be a tough guy here, then you can't work here. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? The big busty, I'm going to puff out my chest and do everything perfect doesn't mesh well with everybody. Okay, so you might have had somebody that was telling you you needed to do it a certain way, and you kept telling them, I'm not going to do it that way, but they kept scheduling you to show up to work, and you're like, I'm not doing it the way that you wanted me to do it. If you want me to do it my way, which your way, okay, I just heard, should be known company-wide, okay? Whatever it is you're doing, okay, which you told somebody to just give you a little bit more time to do it because you are a master of your craft, which means you don't rush anything. They wanted to rush it. Rush. And that's where they failed. Okay, you succeeded. You're moving forward, and they're not. Okay, you might have thought that this was the situation you were supposed to move forward in, but it wasn't. Okay, you might have even tried to, You might have even tried to kind of push the process a little bit faster too, because you could feel, your bosses or the energy around you knowing that you were taking too long. You know that sometimes where you're just driving and you can feel the driver behind you, you're just not going fast enough for them, even though you're going the speed limit, but they expect you to go 20 over because they want to get somewhere quick. And it's like, that's nice. I'm not going to speed. So you force them to go around you and they crash. Okay. You're fine. They're not. People who feel the need to rush things will get checked. Okay, that's why we get car accidents. That's why shit happens like that, because people won't just wait their turn. They won't wait for the energy to come to them. They want to force it. They want to push it. They want to rush it. Okay, while collective standing there like, you can't rush this process. It's like rushing a tattoo. Can you force your artist to rush through that tattoo? Do you really want them to? And then what if they were saying, well, I got to get to my son's hockey game. I got to finish this. The fuck? Then stop. We're going to pick it up another day. You're not going to rush me through something because you need to get somewhere fast. That's nice. I don't. I made my appointment properly. I designated my time to this. You want to rush it, go right ahead. And honestly, people who rush things do figure it out. Okay? When they figure it out, how they figure it out, it is up to the universe. But they will get checked that they're going too fast, going too far, they need to slow down, or they're going to start to lose things. That's what I'm getting here. Because somebody just lost you because they weren't doing a thorough enough job. And that's the thing. Why do you want people to rush your job? Right? Like, I don't understand that. Why? Like, because you think it's going to save you money, but it's not. They rush the job. It's shit work. You're going to get hurt. They expect you to get hurt. It's like training. I don't know if this is training for a job, okay? And this is a very dangerous job. And you were like, listen, I want another week of training. Like, you can't just force me to go in the water. I don't know what I'm doing. And this is a little bit different than what I'm used to. And they forced you in the water anyways and almost killed you. Okay? Like, this isn't the fuck around crew. Okay? This is the NFA crew. Okay? We've already fucked around and found out. That's why we don't fuck around anymore. We found out what that shit does. Now you're put up with people who NFA never, okay? All they do is fuck around, okay? And they got to fuck around, FAFO, fuck around, find out, bitch, okay? They're going to find out because you were loyal. You dedicated yourself to this company and they still tried to rush you, okay? What the fuck? Like, why would they do that? Why would they? Because they're trying to get you hurt. Okay, that's what rushing is. Rush, rush, rush. It gets people hurt. Okay? Why do you think rush hour is the one time where no one's moving? Because if all those cars were going 200 miles an hour to try to get to work, nobody would get there. Okay, so whatever this was, again, just because you're the fastest or just because somebody wants you to do it the fastest, that does not mean that you're going, because that's the thing, if they're trying to rush you and you don't want to rush because you're used to giving good work, okay, thorough work, then it was never going to work with this company to begin with. You thoroughly check your shit. They just want you to make it and throw it up there. They don't want you to check that it works. They don't want you to check for safety. They don't care. They want the product up there. Boom. Go to the next one. Okay. And that's a very nasty way to run your company. It's going to run somebody's company into the ground. Okay. It's going to get people hurt. It's going to get people killed. Okay. To be thorough is to be mindful that things can go wrong, which is why we go slowly. Okay. And then there's Bird, freedom with opportunity. And I feel like, this could be a part of the reading when we were talking about standing up for yourself. This was somebody standing up for themselves, saying, no, I don't care if you want me to do it that fast. I'm not going to do it that fast. What is your problem? Again, rush, 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 rush. You know, the people who want to rush things are the people that have absolutely no fucking confidence that it's going to work. Rush it out as soon as, because they have no actual loyalty in themselves, that people will hang around, that people will like it if they don't rush it, that people will wait for the second course. You don't have to throw it in their face. Okay. So there's ways of doing things, and clearly whatever you just got put up with, okay, their mission right now is to slow down, and yet they're increasing speed. Okay, so there's fruit with achievement and success. Whatever this was, it's successful as fuck. You delivered what you needed to do. Okay, you delivered the product. You delivered it well. There is longevity with perseverance. This is something that you have done for a very, very long time, which is why you know it can't be rushed. Okay, but people who've only been doing it for a little while think that everything can be rushed because they got to their position rushed. And people are used to being rushed. And then when they stand in front of somebody that's a fucking landmine that won't fucking move, that goes like, you know that you're supposed to sit down and do this, and people are still running around, you're not going to get anywhere near that landmine. The landmine's not going to go anywhere near you. Okay, so that's why if you just blew up at somebody, or you fucking walked off the job, or you fucking said that this is bullshit, you can't expect me to put all this fucking work out, you know, in under 5 seconds, what are you talking about? Okay, this could be like a company could be paying you and they're rushing their deadlines on you, rush, we want this out, and you're like, no, well then I'm not doing it, because I fucking told you this is gonna take time, because good work takes time. I once read this thing that said there was a tree that rooted and seeded the day that you were born, and it's been growing with you every day. Okay? It is sky high, depending on how, you know, what tree it is, where it is, blah, 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 but it's been growing with you. And that tree knows that it's taken every single day that you've been born and you've lived, and every moment you've breathed for that life to make its way to where it is today. Okay, so honestly, people want to rush things. They rush it because there is no confidence it's going to last, it's going to work, or anybody's going to show up. So you might as well rush it quick, see what happens, okay, and then judge it really quick, evaluate it really quick, and then if it doesn't work, throw it away really quick. Quick. Okay, you're dealing with people that have no idea what responsibility is. You're dealing with people that are insecure. They don't know what loyalty is. They don't know what it's like to actually put their fucking feet in the sand and wait for a fucking minute. Okay, it's just go, and this is done. You're done playing the go. Okay, because if you have had to do this for a while with people who are rushing you, then this could have been a lifelong mission that now you've achieved. You're successfully, okay, stomped and ego tripped the last person that wanted to rush you. It's official. They don't get to rush you ever again. You have proved that good work takes time. Loyalty takes time. Okay, and when you find it, you better fucking hold on to it, because no one's going to say you're going to get it again. It is hard to find people that are going to be loyal to you. It is hard to find companies to be loyal to. Okay? And then rest with contemplation. So honestly, think about it for a little while. Okay, think about it. Think about where you're going with this. Think about what you want to do with this. Think about all the people that rushed you. Okay, and that you're still doing it the same way. Don't alter yourself because people can't handle how temperance you are in situations, right? Don't throw yourself on the fast lane because somebody behind you doesn't like your speed. There's turning signals to go around. Poof, they're in front of you. Okay, like they act like they're gonna get hurt if they try to pass you. They act like you run the fucking road, and if you're going slow, then everybody else has to. It's like somebody is giving their rights up to you in a situation, and then they're saying that you're taking advantage of that, and you're like, why did you just put yourself in my car? Like, I have nothing to do with you. The way that I do things is not the same way that you do things. Why did you just put yourself in my car? Why did you just put yourself in my energy and act like everything that I'm doing is just to fuck you, when it's not? When most likely whatever it is that they're doing is purposely trying to fuck with you, because they don't understand to go fucking slow around a corner. They don't understand maybe not to speed in the rain just because you want to get there the fastest. Okay, you've trumped that. Okay, this is a huge temperance reading. Okay, so if you're Sagittarius, take that into consideration. There's relax with gentleness. I'm telling you, I mean, you've done it. Okay, you have done it. You're something that people get angry about because you are so slow in something and they are so rushed. Okay, that there is no confidence and you radiate that shit. Okay, that bothers people. And that's why now maybe you don't have to fucking do the job anymore. You don't have to ego trunk people anymore that are trying to make you go a certain pace. when you told them that's not what you do. Setting your boundaries, setting yourself so that people can't fuck you, yet they try to. Well, I told you can't do it, so I'm walking out. Well, I told you I didn't do that, I'm walking out. Well, I told you I wasn't going to do this fast. You didn't fucking believe me, I'm walking out. Okay? Stand in your fucking truth. Stand in your energy. Stand in your mission. Okay? Because these people that tried to rush you were wrong. They were wrong at what they did. They might do it to everybody every day for the last 40 years. It doesn't mean it's not illegal. It doesn't mean that it's not abusive. They'll say, well, we've done this forever. We've done this and we've done that. So congratulations. You've officially abused people since the day you open up your doors. Is that the kind of publicity you want? Right? Or you just want to shut your fucking mouth right now and realize that you lost. Okay? Some people got to take a loss and they don't want to because they're used to being on top. Guess what? They got on top because they rushed and they're rushing everybody to stay up there. People are starting to fall down now. You know what happens to employees when they're overworked? They start fainting, passing out. Then there comes lawsuits. There comes more breaks. There comes the company who thinks that they've got a bunch of robots that are working for them when really they don't. They have humans. Okay, so I really feel like a company just got trumped by you or is about to get trumped by you and your energy. And that might be the last time you ever have to check a motherfucker for going too fast. Okay? Since when does speed impress women? It doesn't. But it sure impresses men, and I don't know why. Okay? So, check my melody. Man, this Limp Bizkit song just keeps coming up. And it really is about, somebody just thinking that they're all that and then some, and just fucking starting all the fights. And then you start a fight and then you start crying, acting like you're the victim. Fuck you. You put your fucking dukes up, then all of a sudden somebody fights back. You go and fucking call the cops. Fuck you. Like, honestly, this whole cry wolf thing is over because it's the ego that's making them cry wolf. And you just walk in with your fucking energy, your Mars energy, like, what up? You want to test me? Because you just went toe-to-toe with me, bitch. You might drown, but I'm going to swim. Because I know the breaststroke. You're trying to go all fast against a current. I'm just going to move with it, baby. Right? Just move with it. These motherfuckers, let them run themselves dry. Right? Let them run out of fuel. Okay? Let them burn themselves out. That's what we want. They've been using your fire for way too long. They need to use their own wood now. Yeah, right. Get them to use their own wood pile. Ha! Now suddenly they're not going to be starting any fires anymore because they don't want to fucking use their own wood. Fuck you. Fuck you, Oshawa. I just heard the beginning of Goon. Oh my God. The hockey gods are here. I don't like hockey or anything, but I love that movie. You should watch that movie. If anybody hasn't seen Goon, it's Canadian, eh? And it's the best. It's the best movie you'll ever see in your life. It's fucking awesome. It's basically the only funny movie that I watch, minus The Heat. I love that movie. It makes me laugh so much, but not as much as Goon. And Tabernacle. I went around saying that word all day yesterday. I didn't swear. I just yelled tabernacle. Because that's like fuck you in French or something. All right. Anyways, I got to go. All right. I wish I could stay, but I can't. So enjoy. I hope you did. And private readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. All right. Hit me up. And if not, just enjoy. All right. I hope everybody got something out of this. Send your telepathic questions in my way, especially when I'm channeling, so I can answer them. Okay. Amanda, God bless you. Okay. Thank you for liking this. Thank you for everybody being here. This was a great reading. This was great energy. It's a great day. Take it or leave it. Hump day is rising. Okay. Peace. Word to your mothers. Be good. Word to your dead mothers.